Okay, so the last half of the fifth season, which was a little bit more than half of the Fosters, um, well, they did finally step away from their overt political agenda with only a few minor side cracks supporting fascism over democracy. But they brought it back in, and I mean the last few episodes, I'm not going to give anything, but they weren't what you would expect. But it was a wrap up. They saw the end coming for whatever various reasons. After 5 years, I mean, it's a good. It's not 15, but it's better than one, or quarter of one, as a lot of series go. They got back into the integral stories of the family dynamic, and I mean, there's a lot of things that still just don't make sense. The everyone. I mean, I understand if you're in a world like the LGBT community, majority of your friends or associates are just naturally going to be in that community. Just as musicians hang out with musicians, and punk rockers specifically hang out with punk rockers, and folk artists hang out with folk artists. It's whatever worlds you're in, and all these, as I like to call them, the parallel universes of life, they exist. But the fact that so much curiosity in one microcosm of people that would not otherwise be, and then of course the understanding that outside of the LGBT community, heterosexuals are pretty much the same exact way. It's not a forced segregation, it's a societal segregation, it's a choice, because people basically hang out with people that have similar interests, and not a bad thing necessarily, unless of course your interest is killing people or something, but that's a little different. It's, lifestyles are different, and you hang out with people of similar interests. I mean, I have a majority of my friends are in the music business because that's where I was for an early part of my life, and that's pretty much where I still find balance. Politics has always been a sideline, and not for me. I mean, when I was 10, I wanted to run for president. Anyways, they got back into the story unit, and they dealt with the family dynamic, which was an improvement. So basically, you have to get past the roughness and the politics to get back into just family. And they actually did more for LGBT when they weren't pushing an agenda, and they were just showing that basically it doesn't matter if you're straight or gay or whatever alphabet soup you're calling yourself. You're just a person, and the things you deal with, getting a job, going to school, falling in love, accepting love, whatever these things are, they're the same regardless of what category you put yourself in. And the biggest category, not the biggest category, but that not putting yourself in a category is an actual category. So just something to think about. So it depends on your politics and where you flow in life, whether you'll like it or not. But it does wrap up. It's a little tedious at times. towards the last couple episodes, they just sort of drag slowly, just filling up time to make the episode count. But they it improves at the end.